What if I told you that most licensing pitches fail, not because of bad products or timing, but because of 5 completely avoidable mistakes that companies new to licensing make when approaching licensors? I'm David Bourne, and in nearly 20 years of licensing, I've seen countless talented businesses sabotage their own pitches before they even get started, simply because they didn't understand how licensing really works. Today, I'm going to share the 5 biggest mistakes companies new to licensing make when pitching for a license. And more importantly, exactly how to avoid them. Stick around because mistake number 3 is so common among licensing newcomers that fixing it alone could hugely improve your chances at securing that dream license. So let's dive in. Mistake number 1, pitching without understanding the licensor's business. The biggest mistake I see from companies new to licensing, they think they can send the same generic pitch to Disney, Warner Brothers, and Mattel and expect results. When you're new to the licensing world, this seems logical, but here's what actually happens. Your email gets deleted within seconds because it's obvious you don't understand their business. Companies entering the licensing space for the first time often skip this crucial step. Before you pitch to anyone, you need to research their existing product lines, target demographics, distribution channels, and current licensing strategy. What gaps exist in their product portfolio? What retailers do they work with? Who is their customer? Remember, when you're new to licensing, it's tempting to focus on your own product, but licensors don't just care about your product. They care about how your product helps them reach their business goals. Your pitch needs to show that you understand their world, not just your own. Mistake number 2, putting all your eggs in one licensing basket. Mistake number 2 is one of the most damaging mistakes companies new to licensing make. When you're first entering the licensing world, you often have one dream license in mind. Maybe it's Bluey, Barbie, Star Wars, or SpongeBob, and you become completely fixated on that single opportunity. Companies new to licensing often spend months or even years chasing just one license, refusing to consider alternatives. This all or nothing approach is incredibly dangerous because it puts your entire licensing strategy at the mercy of one decision maker. Here's what companies new to licensing don't understand. Putting all your eggs in one basket heavily reduces your chance of getting your dream license. Instead, successful licensing companies build a portfolio approach. They pursue multiple opportunities simultaneously, including some stepping stone licenses that might not be their ultimate goal. When you're new to licensing, get some licensing runs on the board first. Use smaller, mid-tier licenses to demonstrate that you respect IP. You can launch great licensed product and understand how licensing partnerships work. This track record becomes incredibly valuable. Your dream license might even come to you once they see you've proven success with other brands. Companies new to licensing often think this approach means settling, but it's actually strategic. Every successful licensing deal builds your credibility and makes you more attractive to premium licensors. Mistake number 3, sending pitches to the wrong people. This is the mistake that, if addressed, could really improve your chances on securing your dream license. It's incredibly common amongst companies new to licensing. When businesses first enter the licensing world, they often send their pitches to a generic email address or whoever they can find on LinkedIn. Here's what companies new to licensing don't realize. The CEO of Disney doesn't handle licensing deals. Neither does the marketing director or the head of product development. You need to find the actual licensing manager of your category or the business development team. This is where being new to licensing can really hurt you if you don't know better. Do your research. Most major companies don't list their licensing contacts on websites, so you need to track down the right people in other ways. Industry directories exist. LinkedIn can help, but make sure you're targeting the right job titles. There are also big industry events you can attend, like Licensing Expo and Brand Licensing Europe. Companies new to the licensing space often waste months because they don't understand the basic targeting principle. One properly targeted email to the right person beats 50 emails to the wrong people every single time. Mistake number 4, terrible timing and follow-up. Here's where companies new to licensing kill their own deals. When you're first entering the licensing world, you expect things to move at the same pace as your regular business. So companies new to licensing send one email, wait 2 weeks, then a assume the licensor isn't interested. This is a huge misunderstanding that companies new to licensing have about how the industry works. Licensing decisions happen on corporate timelines, not your timelines. Companies have budget cycles, product development schedules, and approval processes that can take months. Companies new to the licensing space often give up way too early. The key is professional persistence. Follow up every 2 to 3 weeks with new information, market data, or product updates. But don't just say following up. Add value each time you contact them. I've seen licensing deals close after several follow-up emails and after months of relationship building. When you're new to licensing, this can feel like forever, but patience and consistency win in licensing. Mistake number 5, weak or unprofessional presentation materials. The final mistakes that companies new to licensing make, they show up to a licensing opportunity with materials that immediately scream, we're new to this. When you're new to licensing, you might not realize how important first impressions are in this industry. Your initial email and proposal deck is often your only chance to make that first impression. Blurry photos, unclear benefits, missing market data, and amateur design immediately signal to professional licensors that you're new to licensing, and not in a good way. Companies new to the licensing world often think their great product will speak for itself, but in licensing, presentation matters enormously. You don't need fancy graphics, but you do need a professional presentation. High quality product shots, clear benefit statements, sales forecasts, competitive landscape, and your contact information presented cleanly and clearly. So there you have it, the 5 biggest mistakes companies new to licensing make when pitching. Not understanding the licensor's business, focusing on features over benefits, targeting the wrong people, poor timing and follow-up, and unprofessional materials. But here's what I want companies new to licensing to understand. Every single one of these mistakes is completely avoidable when you have the right approach and system for pitching licensing deals. The learning curve doesn't have to be painful or expensive. That's exactly why I created the Learn to License course. It's designed specifically for companies new to licensing and includes the exact templates, research methods, and follow-up systems that turn amateur pitches into professional licensing presentations that actually get responses. If you're a company new to licensing and serious about getting your pitches noticed and responded to, click the link in the description to learn more about the Learn to License course. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to hear more from me, make sure to like and subscribe. And if there's a topic that you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments.